Well, I'm joined by Lionel Bringuier, who is the Director of Product Management for Video Delivery Solutions at AWS Elemental. Hello, Lionel.
Hello, thanks for having me today.
You're very welcome. Now, we've had a great year for sport so far. Started really with the Winter Olympics in PyeongChang, and then we had the Russia World Cup. We're seeing more and more over, OTT view, and I guess we call it streaming, more live, more concurrency. So what are you doing to help people scale in the OTT space?
So, at AWS, we are really, we are cloud native, and the new generation of people consuming content, you were talking about those sport events. Usually when you think about the prime time, you were thinking about the big screen and the set-top box. Now, not anymore. If you're, for example, a French guy living in America and your football or soccer team is winning, if you live in America and the World Cup is in Russia, there is a time difference, and sometimes you have the games when you're at the office. So the screen you're going to use is going to be your smartphone. And we have this question about what's the advantage of the cloud. It's the scalability, first of all, because we can scale up and down. So when you have those sport events, you can have some new pop-up channels for service providers, and we can spin up new channels in minutes, really. You don't have to rack any server or things like that. Everything can scale up and down, and it's just a pay-as-you-go model. It's also scalability in terms of viewers. The OTT with all those smartphones now, the question we have is OTT ready for prime time? Yes, it is. We can scale with literally millions of users.
Okay, and one of the differences that people are noticing in terms of the user experience, I mean, it's been a problem for a long time, is the latency. So what happens on your multi-screen device happens sometime after broadcast. And is there something we can do to solve that?
Oh yes, we have techniques to reduce the latency. Today, for those sport events, for example, we can have an end-to-end glass-to-glass latency that is down to 5 or 6 seconds. We have techniques, and it's ready. It's available with regular players. You don't need any, very specific techniques to do that. So we can also leverage the scalability with HTTP delivery protocols like HLS and go to 5 or 6 seconds. So when I hear some customers telling that there is up to 30-second difference between what you have on your broadcast screen versus your OTT devices, we can help customers with that. We have solutions.
Okay, and beyond latency, is there anything else that you can do at AWS Elemental to, not just make streaming the equal to broadcast, but maybe superior?
Yes, we can do some personalization. It's not broadcast anymore, it's unicast. So we can do some personalization of the streams. We can, for example, have manifest manipulation to do server-side insertion, and we can have personalized ad insertion. So the ads you get are really tailored to the interests you have. So you like the ads you basically get. And going forward, if we talk about a better user experience, so it's personalized, but it's also a better quality, visual quality than what we have on broadcast TV. When you think about, for example, Ultra HD, HDR content, the picture quality you have on those OTT devices with new set-top boxes is better than what you would get on your regular cable or terrestrial digital TV. And we're working on that. We have introduced, for example, what we call the QVBR enhancements to have always a better quality with a fixed lower bitrate.
Okay, we mentioned QVBR, which is quality variable bitrate. So just tell us a bit more about that.
So it's an optimization technique that we do. It's quality-based variable bitrate, and we do that to have a better quality with the same low bitrates. So what we do is basically a per-scene optimization. So people talk about, for example, per title encoding. So we go a step beyond, and we can have enhancements throughout the movie you have. So if you have different types of scenes, we can always adapt to the best quality. And we do that for live content, for VOD content, over HEVC, over H.264.
Okay, brilliant. Well, I think sports fans are going to love all these developments when they finally get out there in the market. So thank you very much for telling us about them.
My pleasure.